Hi, hello, welcome back to the reading vlog. This is my third weekend in a row attempting to film a reading vlog, and I just keep forgetting to get footage. I keep starting it and then not finishing it, and so this weekend there is a big ice storm coming to the south where I live, North Carolina, and I am expecting to be snowed in, iced in, I'm expecting to lose power, and I have so many books to read. This is the perfect opportunity for me to read some stuff. So here is my plan. I started the audiobook for the 5th Ice Planet Barbarians book, so I'm gonna listen to that. It's not very long, they're very short, and so, you know, I have some quilting projects that I'm gonna work on to listen to that audiobook. Also, my husband is going out of town tomorrow morning, so I'm gonna be here by myself with nothing else to do. So I'm hoping for a lot of reading to happen. Then I started the arc of Isabel Clee's Dogs, Boys, and Other Things I've Cried About, and I know it's going to be amazing, and since I'm going to be here alone, I'm prepared to read it and cry all weekend. So I'm going to try to read that. And then after that, I don't really know what I'm going to read. I feel like I'm probably going to need like something different to read, and I don't really know what that's going to be. I have a whole bunch of galleys and things that I should read so that I can get the reviews up before they come out, but we'll see if that actually happens or not. So I do want to show you, this came in the mail. I got a signed copy of Half His Age by Jeanette McCurdy. This book is stunning. The more that I think about this book, the more that I truly love it. I'm so glad that she wrote this story. The subject matter is intense, but I feel like she tells it so well. This is a great book. I highly recommend it, but you should definitely check the trigger warnings because it's not going to be for everybody. So I just saw this on my desk. Okay, so Stephanie Burgess wrote Wooing the Witch Queen. There is another book in this series coming out in another week or two. Also, I got this in a case for $11. There's another book coming out in a week or two, and I have the audiobook for that as well, and the galley, so I could do a little tandem read scenario. I'm also thinking about playing Animal Crossing this week. The new update for Animal Crossing came out, and I am a Zelda fan, not as much as my husband. I'm a late in life Zelda fan, so we'll see. I have quilting to do, Animal Crossing to play, and I got books to read. So that's the plan for this reading vlog. I have some work to do today and a couple errands to run. I gotta go get dog food and a few more things before the storm hits. That's what the plan is for the reading vlog. So now I am gonna take this memory card out of this camera right now. I'm gonna put it in my computer and I'm gonna edit this so that this is done. And so then I can just add the other footage to this as I go, and it will be done on Tuesday morning. That's the plan, right, Goose? I wish you guys could see him. I get the camera out and he refuses to look. Goosey. My shit, there he is. My boy. No teeth, just gums. Okay, he's waiting for a treat. Anyways, that's the plan for the reading vlog. I'm gonna edit this. I'm gonna post this on the internet. You are gonna see this. Bye. I'll be back later. Okay, maybe I'll do a stupid transition there. It is now Friday afternoon. I finished the Ice Planet Barbarians book that I was listening to, number 5. And when I got to the end of that one, it kind of left on a cliffhanger, if you will. And I had to immediately start the next one. And so now I'm reading Ice Planet Barbarians, number 6, and I'm almost done with it. I have an hour left. These books are like eating a bag of potato chips. You eat one, and then you're like, oh, I could have another one of those. And then you have another, and another, and another. And slowly, your brain begins to rot. And it's all you want to read. I am enjoying it, though. It is good. It got a little annoying kind of in the middle, because these two that are now mated hated each other. Well, really, one of them hated each other, and the other one is just kind of grouchy. He didn't actually hate her. Anyways, it's one of those. I'm almost done with it. Having a great time. I did go to Edward McKay's last night. And when I tell you I hit the jackpot, I in fact did hit the jackpot, and I'm really excited. I'm hoping to trade some of these books that I found for some books that I have really been wanting that are on my wish list. I may attempt to sell these, but I think that I would rather trade them. If you want any of these and you happen to have the Illumicrate editions of the City of Brass series, the Bookish Box editions of the City of Brass series, UK hardcovers of the City of Brass series, or the Goldsboro editions of the City of Brass series, send me a message. Two that I'm keeping for myself. I found at Edward McKay's Onyx Storm, but it's the Target edition. I could not get this when this came out because everybody snatched them up and then everybody was reselling them. And I have been collecting every edition of these that I can get my hands on. And I was very excited to see this for $19.50. That is $15 off of new and less than I would have paid from a reseller online. I have not read this. I've heard that it's garbage. Really excited to have this for my collection, if you will. Now, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I think I'm gonna keep it, but I'm not sure. I found the Indie Pub Carissa Broadbent paperback 6 Scorched Roses. I haven't read this. I read The Crowns of the first duology, The Serpent and the Wings of Night, and the other one. And I have those in hardcover in the indie published editions. And I like the size of those. I don't like the size of the traditionally published editions. So I found this for $6 and I think I'm gonna keep it because I like Carissa Broadbent. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna think about it. Now, last year, 2 years ago now, at a used book sale, I managed to get my hands on 2 original out of print covers for the ACOTAR series for books 2 and 3. They're hardcovers. They are not in great shape. At Edward McKay's last night, I found this. This is a first edition, out of print, A Court of Thorns and Roses. I found it for $20. This is one that I am hoping to potentially trade. I think I would maybe trade my entire set. The other 2 I don't think are worth anything because they are in rough shape, but I do have the other 2. I do not have the novella in the indie first edition covers. So like I said, if you want this and you have any of those editions of the City of Brass and you want to trade, send me a message because I think I'm going to get rid of all of those. I did not care for these books that much. I think they're fine. They're just not ones that I think I want to keep on my shelves, but I did pick this up in hopes that I could trade for something that I do want to keep. I also found all 4 of the original Indie Pub covers in paperback. So, if you want any of these and you have something I'm interested in, please let me know and I will gladly trade with you. I was really excited to find these. This is like finding a unicorn. We also played the lottery last night, just in case you were wondering, because I had such good luck. So, I don't know. ACOTAR lost a baddie at the McKay's in Mebane last night. I highly recommend Edward McKay's if you have one near you. It's a fun store. I go all the time and I usually find something cool. So I'm almost done with this Ice Planet Barbarians book. I am hoping to read something different, but I did say I was gonna read the other Stephanie Burgess book, so maybe I'll get to that. I don't know. I need to read something that's not gonna rot my brain. That is where the Isabel Klee book is gonna come in handy. Anyway, so it's Thursday. Oh God, no, it's Friday. And that's the update for now. Hopefully I'll have more to talk about soon, so, okay. Kitty goose. It is Monday at like 1 p.m. and some things have changed with what I'm reading for the vlog. I just got out of the shower. I'm working from home today. I'm completely iced in. Like I can't leave the house. I don't think I'm gonna be able to leave the house for several days. So that's good news because maybe it means I'll actually finish this. So I finished the other Ice Planet Barbarians book and then I wasn't sure what to read, and so I was scrolling through some of my apps, and I have a Penguin Random House app where they put audiobooks for old Penguin Random House titles, and then they also put upcoming titles that are coming out, and I saw that the audiobook for Operation Bounce House by Matt Dinniman was on there, and so I decided to give that a try, and I did not love it. I listened to about 20%, and it just, I don't know how I feel about it, and so I wasn't enjoying it and I decided to put it down. And then I was thinking, well, maybe I should read something I already own. And so I decided to start listening to the audiobook for Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. I am about 50% of the way through it, and I am enjoying it. And this one, when I read The Hunger Games when they came out initially, I started them right before the third one came out. So I read all 3 of them within like a single weekend, and I really enjoyed them. And then last year I reread the first 2. I can't remember if I actually read the third or not. I did read the third, because then I started A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and I hated that one. I just could not get behind following a story from Snow's perspective, and I could be wrong for that, but I hated it. And so I decided to quit reading it, and I was only about 40% of the way through that one. I also tried to watch the movie, and I hated the movie. I bought this one, and I wasn't sure if I was actually gonna read it or not, but they are coming out with a movie later this year, and so I wanted to give it a try. And rereading The Hunger Games as an adult, I mean, I was an adult when they came out, like I was 18, or 19, but like an adult with a fully formed brain, this one is so dark. I felt like there was a little bit of levity to the original Hunger Games trilogy in that you had the romance aspect between, not even really a romance, but you had that sort of other storyline between Peeta and Katniss and Gale, and I felt like it took down the darkness a notch for me. And this one, you kind of have that, but it's not the same. And this one is it's just really dark, and I don't know. I'm enjoying it, and it's good, and it's well written, and it's very typical Suzanne Collins. It's a really fast-paced YA dystopian, but it's really dark. So I don't know, I might have to read another Ice Planet Barbarians book after this. So I'm about 50% of the way through that one. I'm hoping to finish it today. I want to work on some more of my sewing projects, and I need to do some cleaning around the house because I haven't left the house in several days, and so it's kind of messy. So I'm hoping to finish it. I think I will finish it before I finish up this reading vlog tomorrow morning. Anyways, that's the update. Did not really enjoy the new Matt Denneman, which I think is going to be pretty typical for other people who read Dungeon Crawler Carl. I knew that it was not going to be the same, and that it was not supposed to be as funny and silly and goofy, but this one, it doesn't feel really fleshed out. And I have to be honest, Dungeon Crawler Carl was also not fleshed out, but there was the video game like mechanics that sort of made the not fleshed outness make more sense and feel more, I don't know, almost realistic, I would say. That's not exactly right, but it had a different feel. This one doesn't have that. It is sort of video game-esque. I want to like it because I've pre-ordered the UK edition from Waterstones, but I just don't know that I'm going to. There's just something about it that doesn't feel fully fleshed out. It feels like half of an idea that is now a 400 or 500 page book. So I knew this was a risk, and that other people who had read it said that it is not like Dungeon Crawler Carl at all, and that's fine. And I knew that going into it, so it is what it is. So I might try that. I might give that another try. But I feel like after this, I'm gonna need to read like a fluffy romance or something. I read some more of the Isabel Klee, and it is beautiful and heartbreaking. I'm about 20% of the way through that, so I might read some more of that tonight before bed. That's the update for now, and I'll be back when there's more to talk about. Well, it is Tuesday morning, and this is the end of the reading vlog. So let's wrap up everything I read. I read 2 Ice Planet Barbarians books. They were Ice Planet Barbarians books. I don't know what else to say about those. I really enjoy them. They're a lot of fun. And then I started Operation Bounce House by Matt Denneman. I'm not sure about that one. I think I'm gonna try to continue reading it, but I don't know for sure if I will finish it. I started and finished Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins, and it was a really great book, and I really liked hearing more about Haymitch, but it was incredibly dark, and you know, given the nature of things that are happening in our country right now, felt darker than normal. But it was very good. If you like the original Hunger Games trilogy, you will like this book. I'm really excited to see the movie that comes out later this year. So yeah, so that's what I read for the reading vlog. I'm still iced in. I did manage to leave the house today, but it was not fun. I really recommend everything that I read this weekend. I read some really great stuff. So that is that. It's the end of the reading vlog. I will hopefully see you again soon. Who knows if I'll remember to even post this. So, okay, bye.